welcome to Dredge. I am Fathom Crawler. This is going to be my first proper YouTube recorded video. Dredge just released for me about half an hour ago, and I just spent the first few minutes getting everything set up on OBS, making sure everything was working good and proper. And let's hop right into it. I played the demo back during the Next Fest, I want to say January or February, and I had a lot of fun with it. I've been following it since. The only thing I'm ashamed to say is I wish I had found the game sooner. Would have followed it for a lot longer, probably made a few more friends in the Discord. Not to say I haven't, but probably a few more. Let's hop right into it. Making sure everything's all good. Units, yep, foot pounds. Because I'm American, we gotta use freedom units. Yep. Camera, audio, character voices. Might have to turn that off later. I plan on doing good voices for everybody. Right. Okay. Gotta watch all the cutscenes. Gotta watch out for those rocks, man. Come at you out of nowhere. And here we are in the small hamlet of Greater Marrow. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. "Welcome to Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few locals move your things onto one of our older vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you." Alright. Okay, that's a little sensitive. Might have to lower that. Yeah, turn around, standard issue, back up, all that jazz. Roll around. Oh, I'm not sure if that actually was in the demo. Almost top down. I like that. And popping on, see what we got in there. Pursuits, just catch fish for the day. Mayor asked me to catch as many fish as I can, then head back for Greater Marrow. You also get a nice map. Greater Marrow, Twisted Double Spine, Gale Cliff, Stellar Basin. Greater Marrow was the only place available in the demo. Quite small, but I still got a good hour's enjoyment out of it. Though sadly, upgrades weren't quite available in the demo just yet. Messages in a bottle, which I don't ever actually think I found any. Standard Encyclopedia. On bookshelves, because you can actually find some smaller books in here and read them while you pass the time to gain different benefits and whatnot. Oh, actually, they also changed up this. It used to be like you had specific slots for different rods and whatnot. Might have changed that. Green ones get you a boost. Nice blue mackerel. Ooh, missed that one. There we go. Yeah. Okay, stock low. I'm going to leave that one there, because as any good fisherman knows, you want to make sure there's enough fish to repopulate for the next day. Ooh, what's this? A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past the dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. Duly noted. That will probably come up more. These looks to be flounder. Ooh, shallow. I don't have the right equipment for that yet. Yeah, guess I can only do coastal. These right here are going to be cod. I also love the inventory management in this game. It's a lot of fun because it's kind of like Tetris. I like it. Low stock, I'm going to leave that there. More buoys, all sorts of stuff around. That might be a glitch. I'm actually going to take a quick screenshot of that and send that into the devs. Let them know about that. I want to make sure it's nothing like it. This is going to be some more, whatever these things are, mackerel. Just about to say trout, but trout are freshwater. High stock, so I can fish here for a bit. Alright, low stock. Want to leave that alone. Oh, there we go. Message in a bottle. Noticed that a second ago. But, now I can actually grab it. What do we got? 20th of August, 1927. What have we got? Messages. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and an inlet at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and the colors are just so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shadows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheels instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night. Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Encyclopedia, we've got the blue mackerel. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. Plentiful and basic. And can be found all over the place, usually during the day. And no, you can't get it right. Then there's also the exotic fish, which I actually haven't gotten to, but this looks to be a mola mola, and this one looks to be... God, I can't remember the name for it. It's not guitar fish. Oarfish, I think that's what it was. And then you got the aberrations, which are a lot of fun. Because some of them are just like genuinely unsettling, like, oh god, what the hell am I looking at? What have we here? Can't do anything. And it's already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got maybe another hour or two of daylight, so I don't want to rock around, see what I find. Yep, another one. Oh, that looks to be eels. I like eels. Ah, there it is. Now, anybody who played the demo and actually, you know, looked around, not just floated around the center here. Oh. Come on. Ah, there it is. Okay, anybody who played the demo would probably recognize this. Slab of rock juts from the water, bearing crude symbols of a curved fish. A rough shape has been chiseled away. That's going to be these cod here, and you're going to have to fill it up and grab it and get the whole thing done. Sadly, I do not have enough, as I did not want to deplete the local stocks of cod. What the? Oh, darn it. That was weird. Okay. Can't do that because I don't have the right equipment for that. Let me... Oh, no wonder it's on borderless. Okay. Nope. I had to restart for that. I'll just try to keep it safe. Okay. Now it is officially nighttime. Starting to get a little freaked out. But one of the main things that you want to do... Okay, yes, I would... Oh, there we go. Actually wasn't. Keep an eye out for the rocks, because some of them do actually disappear at night. Not sure what that shiny thing was, but we can check it out in the morning. There's a big old red spot. I genuinely don't know what that is, but I'll figure it out. Oh, actually, I'll hold it now. You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling fish helps the town and pays off my debt. Got it. Off you go then, sell those fish while they're still fresh. Then we've got the fishmonger here. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. A familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. What kind of voice do I want to give him?
So you're the new fisherman, huh? Surprised they found a new one so fast.
What happened to the other one?
It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more, too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work toward paying it off first. So, let's see what you've got.
Oh, there's an all fish button. Not sure if that was there before. Debt adjusted. And then, oh, I've got actually a storage here. That's nice. Mayor standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here. I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? I'm going to send that to storage. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Okay. Now, I will preface this. I cannot do women's voices, so I'm just going to do an accent with my normal voice. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm just going to read it normally. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up. Mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Oh, no, actually, never mind, they did do it. I guess that's the designated spots. And I have just under $50, so I'm going to have to wait. And I've got another $41 in my loan. So I'm just going to pass the night, get a full 40 winks, and head out bright and early. Okay. Research. Coastal and shallow. And that improves my fishing speed. Which is nice, because you couldn't actually do anything with this in the demo. Abyssal Hadal and Hadal Zone? Good Jesus, that is going to be a long-ass line. As far as I recall, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but the Hadal Zone, I want to say, is like just around the Marianas Trench level. So you're catching some friggin' deep water fish there. Alright, let's see if there's any more cod. I want to try to finish off that other thing. Bright and early in the morning. 6 a.m. That is definitely more mackerel. Not too interested in that. Can't catch those just yet. I want to say this is the trout, but I think the stocks are still going to be a little low. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to those. I want to let that raise back up again. That's going to be some more mackerel, more trout over here. And this one looks to be much higher stock. And honestly, I must say, I just love the visual style of this game. I can't really say what it reminds me of, but honestly, it just looks lovely. But, okay, I really gotta fix that. And one thing they changed from the demo, you can actually set your fish here for a second while you completely rearrange your structure. The structure of your thing. And, it's honestly a lot nicer, because one of the big complaints that people had... Actually, I'm just going to finish this place off. I think there's probably 2 more fish. Yeah. One of the big complaints that people had was that, just due to how it was, like, say that you had this much space, and these ones were all full up, and you could move it around to do that, but you couldn't actually quite get it done. That was explained terribly, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. There wasn't any sort of backup thing, or you could just set stuff down for a second and try to pick something else up and put it in the spot. Again, explained terribly, but you could probably get the gist. Ooh, stingrays. This is not shallow. What? Ah, whatever. Just scooch on around here, grab this other one. Let's see, what do we got? Tab. Cabin messages. 21st of August, 1927. How convenient we got the next day. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but jostled us around, and a few items fell overboard into the water. We didn't see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He's paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. Yeah. Any proper sailor will let you know. Gotta be very careful with that. As well as any shipwright, at least to the best of my knowledge. I read a story a while back. You got to be very careful with your boats, because every 7th boat, I heard it was, is supposedly bad luck, and if you go on that one, it's, you know, cursed, what have you. Yeah, people are kind of weird. Superstitions are honestly just kind of weird in general. Alright, so now let's haul some ass over there. Hopefully we get there before the end of the night. I don't need to have my lights on. Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to get a faster engine, because this is slow. Alright. Fear's starting to come in. Yeah. Still not sure what that is. I'll head over there in a minute. Ooh, squid. Oh, I guess that wasn't a glitch. It's honestly interesting. I'm glad they decided to do something with that. I might actually have to delete those screenshots now, because I guess that isn't a glitch. Alright. Now, be careful and remember to count the lights. Anybody who watched an episode of Doctor Who, remember, count the shadows. In this case, it's count the lights. Any sort of lights you see that you don't remember seeing there before, those probably aren't lights. At least not the lights you're thinking of. Doesn't this ominous red glow just give you such warm, fuzzy feelings inside? Okay, I should have enough cod for this. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, yeah, I definitely have enough cod. Okay. A wave washes over the fish, sweeping them away. When the water recedes, you notice something is lodged in the wall against the rock. Let's get that out, rearrange. Now I have the sinew spindle. Install time of 2 hours. Works plus 5% fishing speed. It also can catch coastal and shallow. Hand-lined reel wrapped in a length of stretchy sinew. One end is grafted to a crude bone hook. So this is absolutely cursed in some manner, but now I can catch all those other sorts of fish, so I don't care. Demons want to curse me, you go right ahead. I can catch all sorts of fish now. Definitely steering clear of that. Oh, shit. Please don't be able to... Oh, thank God. Yeah, okay, yeah. Also forgot to mention, the damage thing in this game is a little bit different. I'm actually going to pause for a second. Actually, no, then you can't see. Any damage you get completely blocks off one of the blocks in your thing. And if a fish is, say, like that, that fish gets tossed overboard because there's no spot for it. Which is kind of silly to me, but makes perfect sense. Gray eel. My God. Okay, yeah, that is definitely interesting. They definitely changed that up. Okay, that's probably not fair net. I don't want to risk anything else. Wow, it's already 5 a.m. I am very bad at this, but who knows? Might have found something interesting. And what are you? I probably don't have the space for this, so I'm gonna go sell my stuff real quick and call it a day. Okay. Lighthouse towers above, waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. Also, this was not in the thing. Oh, shoot. All creatures, human otherwise, broken, fitted, okay. Intrinsic power, vast column of stone. Stop taking my damn fish. Okay, thank goodness they kept my eels. Okay, yeah, that is definitely maximum terror. You know it's terror because your eyes change in color. And I had honestly not dealt with the birds before because they weren't in the game yet. And we are at 21 minutes, so I got about another 10. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Fishmonger. Special order come through. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay above the normal prices. Sure. They ask for 1 gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You need a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Nope. I've already got my cursed as hell rod. Okay, so I actually conveniently enough do have a gray eel. These ones I'm just gonna sell because I don't have those ones. Sell everything else. Just call that, and I have $100 now. That's very nice. I apparently can only have a maximum of 3 damage. Oh my, you look exhausted. You're not getting to get some sleep, are you? As I always say, taking frequent breaks is an important part of being productive. He's not wrong. It is important to take care of your physical health. Just not too frequently. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you give the package to the dock worker there? The contents don't feel like anything at all, just a wrapped mess of shapes. Sure. That's definitely not gonna bite me in the ass somehow. The mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Definitely. I definitely can't see the damn place from here. Your boat's still looking a bit banged up. I can repair that here if you'd like. Yes, please. Because I would very much like to have all my stuff. Ooh. Actually, move that around. Okay, so that's just the custom rod. That does just as coastal. That does shallow as well. That does shallow. Wait, can I? Oh, I can. How about that? I mean, that already does coastal and shallow, but the more rods you have, I think the faster your fishing speed is. Dang it. Damn it, why is everything so expensive? Okay, I'm probably just gonna have to sell that. I am definitely gonna get some sleep because my dude is fucking nutso, and anybody who's done an all-nighter will let you know, yeah, you're gonna be passing out for a while. One time I stayed up for like 2.5 days straight, and I was out for the next 23 hours. I wish I was joking about that. Pursuits, 1 flounder, 1 eel. I already got one. Deliver the package. Feels dense and damp. Something is seeping through the paper. Curious, but I won't open it. Because I am a man of integrity. Somebody asked me not to open it, I ain't gonna touch it. Okay, so we got the arrow squid. Rises from the depths at night to feed or be fed upon. And gray eel, slimy creature tainted with the silt and muck of the seabed. Sounds about right. Eels are kind of bottom feeders. Yeah, so coastal, shallow, oceanic, abyssal, and hadal. Hadal is very, very, very deep, as I said. Then we've got the volcanic. Fun fact, there actually has been a species of, shark that swims in a semi-active underwater volcano. It's insanely hot there. I'm not quite sure how they survive, but they're putting it in. Yeah, Greater Marrow, Little Marrow, and like fucking spitting distance, you can see it. Cargo, okay. And I got another 31 bucks on my debt remaining. How much money do I have? 76. Hell, I might just pay it off. Pay off some of my debt. How much? All of it. Okay, let's just get it out the way. I don't want to owe this man. Fantastic. Now, what else can I do for you? Actually, back to vision. Okay, 6 a.m. Let's go. Yeah, time doesn't pass while you're doing this. Yeah. Check your compass if you get lost. I can see it from here. Just a straight shot. Okay. Now, firstly, that other little... the little cursed rod thing here that I got, that was the only puzzle that I actually knew about, because I got that done in the demo. Now I'll just head straight over to Little Marrow. I will probably get that flounder, though, because now I can actually fish for it. Just grab one. Or, yeah. Medium stock, I'll grab one until it says low. Okay, yeah, the flounders are a big old square, so gives me... Okay, 2. Low stock, I'll leave them be. That's going to be another thing in the Encyclopedia. Pathetic, cowardly, bottom-dwelling fish. That is very rude. What did that flounder ever do to you? Actually, also, fun fact about flounders. They're actually originally born with one eye on either side of their head. Over the course of their lifespan, and as they grow to maturity, the eye eventually starts to migrate from one side, slowly growing towards the other, where they eventually become a flatfish and just lay on their sides all day. It's a really weird life cycle, but I don't judge. Delivery? Let's see here. No, it's a terrible voice.
What? A delivery? Let's see here.
He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view.
This smells foul.
You obviously took your sweet time getting here with us. I went straight fucking over here. Don't you do that.
It won't let me pay for delivery in this state.
Maybe I can give you this.
I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it.
He pulls out a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of pages are folded over. What the hell kind of pockets does he have where he can whip out a whole ass book?
Keep it in your cabin, and perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be.
And here is our first book, Sustainable Fishing. I haven't read this yet. As time passes, you obviously read the book. So while you're fishing, you can read the book. And, while you're doing something or talking to people, you can read the book. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques, the shelves packed full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over a pair of silver spectacles.
Hello? Is that? No, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps?
That's going to be a no, sir. Alright, research parts. What was my next pursuit? Oh, 1 flounder, 1 eel. Already got that. Let's head out and grab some fish. Ooh, actually I'm about 29 minutes. So I might actually end that episode here. I'll probably be recording the first couple episodes in the first go. I'm actually not sure if that... let me hide that. Probably should have turned that off. That might have been in the video. If it was, I do apologize. It was a follower girl for my Twitch. My internet's not working too well, so I'm recording these. Again, sorry. I'll probably be recording the first few episodes, like now, so if anybody wants to call me out on something, it might take me a bit to get to it. But thank you for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications, and I will see you all next time.